Hello Star Wars friends and YouTubers, our Biker Scout coming at you with another video. I thought I'd show you my Stormtrooper collection, as 3 3/4 at least, and talk about them a little bit and get into the Black Series one, which I just recently got. So, Stormtroopers just sort of built up in my collection over the years. As a kid, I only had one of a regular Stormtrooper. The only thing I ever army built was Biker Scout, so that's partially why I have that name here. This is my original Stormtrooper. He's a bit yellowed. I did even do hydrogen peroxide on him, but you can tell he's a bit yellowed. I'd like to get a new one eventually. It's long lost his gun, but very loose in the joints. But he's been in the play box for a long, long time. Then, of course, in 1995, the first release figure, I mean, even before the figures really hit shelves, was this free Han and Stormtrooper gear offer. So here he is. All you had to do is send in 2 proofs of purchase, no money or anything. And you got Han and Stormtrooper, which I think is somewhat a superior figure than the regular Stormtrooper release. Although I did get a few at the time. They were pretty common, but not that common because everybody was army building these guys. They got that leg stance that's slightly more, but it's quite a step above the original Stormtrooper because, wow, you can actually swivel out the waist and you can swivel out the head, which the original didn't. I'm including Han and Luke as Stormtroopers in here as well. So in 1997, they released Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise, which I think is a very good figure for Part of the Force days. He's got a more neutral stance for a Stormtrooper, and I still use him for Stormtrooper ranks. Just put on the helmet, and he's fine. There also was a Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper that was included in the Escape of the Death Star game, which is very, very cheap these days. You probably can get one for like $5. His look is like he was in a bath, I guess. I don't know. It's a unique head for Luke, and he's got like maggots on him because he was in the, I guess, the trash compactor. It's not a bad figure. Then in 1999, a comm chip one. I didn't grab the comm chip, but we got one like this, and he's got this blaster mark. Where is it? On the corner. Is that the right one? Yeah. He's got the blaster mark in the corner there, and they even repacked this in 2002. It's still not a bad Stormtrooper at all. I mean, the articulation, you can't bend it. You can bend it at the knees even. He came with a blaster rack. He's yellowed somewhat over the years, but not that bad. So it's not a bad Stormtrooper at all. You can move his joints at the elbow too quite a bit, and at the shoulder. Then in 2003 we got this concept trooper. Late 2003, came and went real fast, and then they re-released him in the 30th anniversary collection, and we might see this kind of design again in Rebels, which is interesting. Of course, the Stormtrooper concept was way back in the first draft of Star Wars, and the name comes from World War I German soldiers. Whoops, oh boy. All of these Stormtroopers I still use in displays and stuff, because Stormtroopers you can never really have enough, even though I never really actively try to army build Stormtroopers, but as things come out, I get them in various packs and stuff. This particular Stormtrooper is based off the 2004. Everything from here on is pretty much based on the 2004 with a couple exceptions. This Stormtrooper came in a Tantive 4 pack, and it has a unique belt. It's sort of more generic belt. There are 2 of them in that, and then you get a couple of Rebel Troopers too, so that's why I got that pack. This is an Endor version, came in a battle pack 2008. I just got that this year though. He's got the dirty legs, so that's how you can tell that. Here's Han and Luke Stormtrooper, which I like the best of any of them, because you can have them as Han and Luke Stormtrooper, or you can just use them as a generic Stormtrooper if you put their helmets on. These are also Han and Luke Stormtroopers. You can't even tell that. You just got to put their helmets on, and it's no problem. This is an unusual Han Solo because he came with those 2 pieces of Stormtrooper armor. I think it's weird that they do that, and then the belt. It's like you can't really put him on and make him look decent. So that's sort of a weird release. Then I've got the Space Trooper, which is one of my favorites too. This is from 2009, or the same wave, and he's got the Joe Johnston head. You can see these guys, and he's got that backpack. Whoa. Because of that, that's why he's one of my favorite releases. These 4 Stormtroopers, oh darn it, are ones with the clone trooper heads. And I don't even remember buying 4 separately, but obviously I picked them up over the years. starting in 2007, I think, is when they did that. This particular one actually is not that way, but I got this from my nephew's toy box, and his head was missing, but you put a helmet on, no problems. He's a Stormtrooper. So anyway, they got the battle scars there. I'm not a big fan of that head sculpt. You leave the helmet on, you're fine. He's even got an older helmet on because I'm low on helmets sometimes. This particular Stormtrooper is one that does not have a removable helmet. I think he's a Saga Legends one or 2004. I'm not 100% sure. But another great Stormtrooper. Here is this particular Stormtrooper. It's also one without a removable helmet. The deco's really good. And here we got one. Shoot. This one here is actually one of the Joker squad. I wish I would have got that pack now. And I think I got this at a garage sale or something because I don't remember buying it. Like, I don't have the whole Joker squad, so I don't even know how I got him separately. It's just sort of Stormtroopers just build up in my collection over the years, and I don't even know where I get them from sometimes. And then this one is, wait a minute, okay, this is TK421. Yeah, that one doesn't have a removable helmet. That's one of the newest ones. You can tell because he's got the comm link on the side there. That's a really, really good Stormtrooper. And this one, I think, is probably Saga Legends. I got this in a prize pack from the Wolfpack podcast, CCMM, and really enjoy that Stormtrooper too. So what do I use these Stormtroopers for? I use them for on Cloud City. You can use them in, of course, if you have a Death Star display or if you have a Endor display. Those are the three main areas. And then Death Star 2, like the Arrival. I always think you can get as many troopers as they are on screen. That's sort of my limit. But I'm not even sure what the most amount of troopers on screen is. I'm assuming it's at the Emperor's Arrival, but I've never actually counted them. But anyway, I'm going to take a look at the Black Series Stormtrooper in just a sec. Here's a couple other Stormtroopers I don't have equivalents of loose, I don't believe. There's the George Lucas and Stormtrooper Disguise. It's sort of an idealized George Lucas from 1976. It came out in 2006. You had to mail away for it, pay $5, plus get the proofs of purchase for all the other vintage collection Kenner kind of ones from that year. So that was actually the last mail away I did for that series. I should have done the Boba Fett ones, but I just never got around to it. And he's actually based on the older 2000-2001 mold. He's not a bad figure. I just don't feel the need to open him up, so he's stayed in the star case. And then this one I've never seen in stores. I think I've seen maybe an Empire one, but I don't remember why I passed on it. But this Return of the Jedi version came out in 2011. It's about the best Stormtrooper you can get, even better than the new Black Series as far as loose. The only thing is, you didn't find them in stores, so I only have this one copy bought from Brian's Toys. Maybe I'll get another one so I can get a loose one, but he's pretty similar to some of the other ones I do have loose, so I'm not sure if I'm real in a big hurry for it. Even if I got another one carded, if it's on a Kenner card, I'd hate to break it. I don't care if it's a new Kenner or old Kenner. So that's those, and we're going to look at the Black Series. Okay, if you've seen any of my reviews of the Black Series before, I don't like the packaging. I hate it, actually. So you get the little Stormtrooper in the corner there. He's number 13. You don't know what the other 12 are because they don't tell you anywhere on the card. It says, these elite soldiers enforce the Emperor's will across the Galactic Empire. This is a little black version of a scene from Star Wars. And then you get distributed in Australia. Some poses need additional support. Product may vary, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't tell you anything about the rest of the line. That's why it sucks. And the packaging just sucks, except for the 6-inch. So I'm going to open it. Okay, on the left here is the Black Series Stormtrooper, and on the right is what I consider the more idealized Stormtrooper, the one I got from the Wolfpack. I think it's a vintage collection one, but I could be wrong. It's slightly different, possibly, but it's based on those 2004 molds. 2007, maybe, the Saga Legends one. You can see the big difference here is, like, you got sloppy coloring on the helmet there, those little marks. Just the helmet just looks off. It doesn't look like a Stormtrooper. It looks like something like out of Donnie and Marie or some other, like a sideline show. It's just, and he's also got this bow-legged stance which is not the best in the West either. Whereas these Stormtroopers, you can actually get to stand up straight. The articulation is still on top. I mean, there's articulation in the shoulders, and then the elbows, and the wrists, and the waist, the knees, the ankles, so on. But it just seems off if you want a troop build. And then the other thing with this trooper is you've got that slot in the back, so it's, I'm sure, based on one of the sand troopers there, there's no backpack for him. There's been this is a 22nd version of the Stormtrooper, and I'd say they went down a notch in quality. In general, the Black Series has went down, but it does come with 2 weapons, which are nice. You got the stock-loaded blaster, and then you've got this long one here. I don't think that's happened. Well, the Vintage Collection also had that, but not every version of the Stormtrooper has that. That's, if you want a standard Stormtrooper, the weapons are great, and then you've got the new kind of E11 blaster, which everybody likes. So you can watch Fly Guy's review for more. I'll put a link in the description. I just wanted to show you my Stormtrooper collection since this new Stormtrooper came out. And how many Stormtroopers do you have? There's been 22 versions, and that's not just doubles, of the Stormtrooper, not counting Sand Troopers and Snow Troopers and Biker Scouts and that kind of thing. There's been also 7 of Han and Stormtrooper with Stormtrooper armor, and 6 of Luke and Stormtrooper or Stormtrooper armor. I've only got half of those or so. So how many do you have? Put in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and until next time, may the Force be with you.